So I just saw Chad Clifford's newest video, and the implication is that Chad feels I had some sort of a scary, unwanted sexual experience as a child, and he's referencing, gay. Okay, let me tell you something, Chad. People who make jokes, okay, are very, very confident in their sexual orientation, which in my case is heterosexual. See, the reason I could joke about it is because I am very extremely confident about it. I find it funny. And I think it's the opposite. I think it's the people like you, Chad, the people who seem to get very hurt, very upset, you know what I mean, over the discussion of your sexual orientation, to me symbolizes someone who is in the closet. Someone who's very angry, doesn't want to discuss it, doesn't want to hear it, doesn't want no one to know about it, who's very, very uptight about it, who gets very insulted about it. And then you add that to the fact that you never show your wife. So what is it with you? Is your wife just Chad, can you do us all a favor? Is there any way that you could get your wife's opinion on a video, on what she feels about your YouTube videos? Because we're all under the impression and the assumption that your wife flat out left you. Now, this is the thing, Chad. If that's true, and she did leave you, which, by the way, she had every good reason in the world to do that, and I commend her. I applaud her for doing that, for having the common sense to leave someone pretty much who's a life loser, who's a leper, who, in all honesty and fairness, Chad, goes to the Bates Motel. Listen, Chad, everybody knows it. Everybody knows the truth. We have seen the hotels. Remember that night, Chad, when you stayed at that hotel that looked like a death trap? And you were trying to justify it, Chad, saying it was the only hotel in the area. Nah. Chad, there's always a good hotel that's at a relatively short distance. There's a good Marriott. There's a Hilton. Chad, you went to a hotel that looked like it was out of the movie Vacancy. Now we all have to kind of question why you did that. You said you were on a work trip. Is it possible that that was just a cover up, Chad? Is it possible you were on a pleasure trip? Is it possible you went to that hotel because you wanted to be undetected? You were in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods. No one in their right mind would stay in a hotel like that. Unless, of course, they had ulterior reasons, Chad. What are those ulterior reasons? I have to say it's alleged, but I don't think you were alone. I think you were in there with a man, or possibly, we're going to say it's plural. We're going to put the S, not just one man, but men, okay, with an S, men's, whatever. The point is, my wife's laughing here. The point is that even if my English is not good, my instincts are good, okay? My instincts are good. And I have a feeling that you are hiding in the closet. You have desires similarly to Jeffrey Dahmer, and you can't fight those desires. And like I said, Chad, the way you are offering me help, I'm offering you help. We want to help you. We don't want to see you give men roofies, bring them to these abandoned hotels, sexually do the things you do against their will, probably while they're unconscious. And Chad, if you are in fact keeping their body parts, this is not a good thing. You don't want to end up like a Jeffrey Dahmer. Seek help as soon as possible. As far as I'm concerned, I'm very confident in my sexual orientation, which is why I joke about it. And I'm not an uptight, okay, possible serial killer, Chad. I hate to say it, but I got to say it how it is. You might be doing things. It could come out very soon. And you might be one of the most notorious, biggest serial killers. You might surpass Jeffrey Dahmer. So get help. No, this is not the right way to do things, Chad. People, even men, if you are in fact a homosexual, which there's nothing wrong with that, but men have to be willing. Do you understand the difference? They have to willingly want to give themselves to you, Chad. Not be knocked out unconscious with roofies, and in some cases, sexually tormented and mutilated. These are very, very bad things. Do not do them anymore. You have to get help. You need to get help as soon as possible. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. It's not legal advice. You should seek an attorney because I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving any legal advice. I am not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice, but I think you probably should seek, medical help, professional medical help. I am, in fact, only an entertainer. I think I'm the world's greatest entertainer. And this video is for entertainment purposes only.